besides the obvious, was there something that you always had to bring with you on the road?
You really want to know?
Sure. We are so thrilled to bring to the stream at this time. He is the one and only WWE Hall of Famer, the Godfather.
Ladies, what's going on?
Hello.
How's it going?
Man, it's going great. It's going great. Enjoying this Las Vegas beautiful weather right now.
Oh, man, I'm sure it's a lot better than Miami, which is always...
Miami, I have 2 sons out there.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we're in an interesting time right now, but do you get the opportunity to visit down here a lot?
I haven't been lately. They've been out here in Vegas a couple of times, but I'm back on the road here a lot. So I'm sure I'm going to get out to Miami soon.
Awesome. Well, you'll have to let us know.
Oh, I will. I will.
So the first thing we wanted to bring up is the fact that there is an episode of Broken Skull Sessions, which is airing on May 30th on Peacock and WWE Network. So, of course, you had the tremendous pleasure, I'm sure, of working on that episode with Steve Austin. So what was the best part of recording that episode with Steve Austin?
The fact that me and him drank a bottle of Jack Daniels on that episode. And it took my buddy, The Undertaker, 2 episodes to drink a bottle of Jack with him. We finished the whole bottle of Jack and didn't miss a beat. Good catching up with him. Man, I always wanted to be on that show, and Steve was saying he was trying to get me on there, but my characters are so controversial that it's been but they got me on there, and I had a great time. I can't wait. I kind of screwed up, and I was so excited after doing it. I was outside, I mean, everybody knows I smoke. I was outside smoking a couple before I got on the plane, and I'm like, oh, let me text something. So on my Instagram, I put out there, coming soon, a picture of him and a bottle of empty Jack. And then maybe 15 minutes later, the producers come out and they say, by the way, don't let anybody know this, right? Then I look on my Instagram, it's already been seen like 2,000 times. I'm like, oh, man. So it was kind of cool. It was cool to see other people other than myself posting it. So that's cool.
It's
May 30. I can't wait
now.
to see it. I'm excited.
Oh gosh, we're so excited
too.
There's something about the way that Steve Austin is able to pull things out of people that you would be shocked that you've never heard before. He's an incredible interviewer. I mean, just what an amazing man.
I will say this, they do their homework very well.
Absolutely.
Very well, because they pulled up some stuff like, how did you know about that?
That's awesome. So did it come to be because Steve Austin was like, I want the Godfather on, or is there a process of, I think you mentioned there was an approval that they had to go through?
Way back when they did the 5th anniversary of Raw, I was talking to him. He was like, dude, I want to get you on my show and this and that. I don't even think it was called the Broken Skull Podcast back then. And then, we've kind of missed, and I kind of forgot about it. And then out of the blue, the WWE called me. That's who books you on these things. And they're like, hey, Charles, how would you like to be on the Stone Cold Podcast? I'm like, are you joking me? Of course. I'm like, well, what are we going to talk about? I mean, when you talk about me, you're talking about a lot of things that are a little controversial. So he said, no, we're going to talk about everything. And we did.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. We're super excited.
Very excited.
And go ahead.
I can't wait to see it. I mean, I'm more than you are.
Well, what is today? Today's it's only
20th. 10 days.
10 days away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is pretty soon, folks. This is very soon. But another thing that we thought was super epic, next year, I believe, in February of 2022, there's going to be a Nation of Domination reunion. And what is it? The first time in 22 years that you're going to be with Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown, Farouk. I mean, what? How does this happen?
You're about the 4th person that has asked me this. I know nothing about this.
Okay.
Ron Simmons knows nothing about this.
Nothing. Okay.
Mark Henry knows nothing about this. And D'Lo Brown knows nothing about this because
Whoa.
Ron thought it was this year. And he's like, man, you know anything about this? And I'm like, bro, I don't know anything about it. I'm like, Ron, look at the date. It's next year. I know nothing about it. Nobody has talked to me about it. I don't know who's promoting it. I have no idea about any of that. But I don't know who's promoting that.
Qatar Pro Wrestling. So
Yeah.
QPW Super Slam 3 is the information we found. So we know the same amount of stuff, you and I. No idea.
Yeah.
You know what? Since they're advertising, the price is going to go way up.
As it should. As it should.
Yep.
I know there's somebody that's has something to do with that, but I haven't negotiated none of that. So I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. Well, let's say, something like this does happen, whether it's there or maybe on an interview or a live stream or at a Comic-Con or whatever. What would you like to see, like, with everybody getting back together for Nation of Domination? Like, what would you most look forward to being with your your fellow
first
companions?
of all, the only I see Ron all the time. I see D'Lo. I see Mark Henry. We talk all the time. Of course, we don't see The Rock, but we haven't done an appearance together. But we see each other all the time, and we talk to each other. In fact, D'Lo just put out a message to all of us a couple of days ago. So, I mean, we see each other a lot, and we talk to each other a lot. We just haven't made any appearances.
Well, fair. I love to hear that you guys are still like friends. That's amazing.
Well, the original group,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I'm not really original group. The original group is people don't even know that there was a nation before us.
Mm-hmm.
But Mark Henry, D'Lo, Ron Simmons, I talk to a lot.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, we had Mark on. Gosh, I don't even know how long.
Last year? Almost a year ago now? I think
That's
it was
wonderful.
Like in July or something last year.
And we adore him, and we got to sing some show tunes with him, and he's one of my favorite humans. I think he's a wonderful man. Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
He really, really is.
All right, so changing gears just a little bit. We wanted to know if there is a wrestler from a different generation, past or present, who wasn't a member of the Bone Street crew that you think would fit in with you guys.
Oh, past or present? I don't know too many of the present, so we're gonna have to go in the past.
Okay, let's do it.
She knows the present ones more.
Let me see. Ron Simmons isn't in the BSK, and he would have been a good one.
Okay.
Bradshaw would have been a good one.
Okay.
They would have been good BSK guys.
Fabulous. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So not too long ago, or I don't remember when I saw it, you were telling a story on the network. I think it was during the Undertaker special about an altercation you guys had over a hat. So I guess like the question is, who ended up keeping the hat?
At the end of that story, he took the hat.
Oh, he did.
He took the hat. Back then, we used to, even though we were both making money, we'd stay in the same rooms, and we would always get drunk and he'd give me a Rolex, he'd give me a leather coat, I'd give him this, I'd give him that. So it was a hat similar to this, but it was more of a Stetson, a riverboat, little flat on the top of Gamblers without hat. And I'd bought it in whatever town that was, and I thought it looked better on him than me, and he didn't want to take it, so we went after it a little bit. But at the end of that story, he took the hat.
Undertaker took the hat. All right. Fair enough.
Here.
Yeah.
So next question. Was there ever a gimmick or a storyline pitched to you that you wish came to fruition or glad that it didn't?
There was supposed to be a second Papa Shango run.
Oh.
And when I showed up for TV, after I'd taken a little time off, I showed up to TV to be Papa Shango. A new outfit, new face paint, whole new look, a little bit more serious instead of cartoonish, a lot more serious. Jerry Lawler actually painted the face.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I'd gotten in shape and gotten a new outfit and gotten ready, showed up to TV, and Vince goes, Charles, they're like, Vince wants to see you in his office. I'm like, cool, man, I want to see Vince. So I go see Vince, and Vince is like, Charles, change of plans. We're going to put you in the Nation of Domination. You and Ron Simmons, who I met for the first time that night, are going to wrestle The Undertaker and in a handicap match, and you're going to go over. We don't know what the finish is going to be yet, but you're going to go over. And I'm just like, what? So I kind of wish we would have got that second run as Papa Shango, but it's cool because I got to be part of the Nation, which is epic, and also I became the Godfather.
Yeah, for sure. Well, speaking of Papa Shango, Tony wants to know, and it's always hard to like pick one particular moment, but is there a memorable match that does stand out to you?
As what?
As Papa Shango.
One that everybody remembers is just the fact that I put the hoodoo voodoo on the Warrior and made him throw up the ooze and go into convulsions. And I mean, other than that, I've had so many matches. The great thing about my career is I came in at the end of a lot of great careers and the beginning of a lot of great careers. So, I mean, I wrestled everybody. People always like, what was your favorite match? Or I'm like, dude, you would be more like, what was your favorite match against Undertaker? And then you'd have to say, as Godfather, Kama Mustafa, or Papa Shango. Or what's your favorite casket match? I mean, I've wrestled him as 3 or 4 different characters, and I've been so many different characters and wrestled. So I don't have a favorite one. It'd be easier to say, what was your favorite against that person?
Right. And I'm sure that's even hard because, like you said, you've had so many.
Oh,
and since you have had quite a variety of characters, do you find that you have to go into like a different mental headspace in order to channel, Godfather versus Papa Shango? Like where do you go mentally?
Only person that I really had to do that with was Papa Shango, because it was such a far reach from what at that point, I was like a hardcore biker. And to become a voodoo priest, it was really hard. So I had to really concentrate. And once I put that makeup on, that face paint, I wouldn't talk to nobody anymore. So if it was an hour before I wrestled, I would just sit in the corner. And people would talk. I wouldn't even talk to them. So no? I mean, that one I really had to get into character for, because unlike the Godfather, me just being myself, it's easy to do, but it was hard. Papa Shango was hard. I mean, it only lasted a short time, but it was a reach for me.
Was there like music that you would listen to get you in that headspace, or did you not listen to anything at all?
I would just get quiet. Man, get in the corner and just kind of be in my own little world. I've always been able to escape. And I mean, all these tattoos that I have, I mean, back then I'd take an 8-hour hit one day and then come back a couple of days later, take an 8-hour hit on the other side. And it's like cardio. No matter how old I get, I can always do an hour and a half of cardio, because after a minute, I can actually kind of go someplace else. I know that sounds weird, but I can
not at all.
It's very
go
cool.
someplace else and open up my eyes and go, oh, wow, I did 90 minutes,
What's your most recent tattoo?
Oh my gosh. I have probably one of the 3, my wife's name's one of the 3 times she has it on me.
3?
Oh my goodness.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
I have it on she put it there, Denise. I have it on I think, let me see, on one of these bandanas of these skull guys. On this one, it says her name on the bandana. And then thanks to the Undertaker, when he got Sarah on his neck,
right,
I have Denise on the back of my neck.
Wow.
So
and how many does she have of you? That's the follow-up question.
I don't think any.
Oh, Denise. Okay.
Hey, do you have a tattoo of me on you? Oh, on a ring. Oh, she does. She has one on the back of her neck.
Oh, there you go.
Ring finger. I forgot. You do have 2 tattoos of me.
Nice.
All right. Well, now she has to catch up. She needs the 3rd.
You need to get a 3rd one, because I got 3.
Well, something else we wanted to know, kind of like besides the obvious, was there something that you always had to bring with you on the road?
You really want to know?
Sure. Yeah.
A pair of my wife's panties.
Woo!
Am I lying? They asked me what was anyway. They asked me what was something that I always had to bring on the road. She used to put a pair of her panties in a plastic bag, and she's like, "I don't believe you're saying that." In my briefcase.
That's awesome.
Or my suitcase.
Oh, that's like,
I gotta say it's actually very sweet.
it's very romantic.
Yeah.
It is romantic.
Yeah, or freaky, one of the two.
Or both.
It's, for some people it's the same thing.
Yeah. I that's an answer I've never heard before. So that's
hey, you get a lot of those with me.
I appreciate that.
Well, I wanted to mention briefly so that you've got your little your water glass there that has your Vegas Knights logo on it. So were you born and raised in Vegas? Because I know you're back in Vegas. And what is your favorite thing about the city? What makes you come back?
I moved to Vegas. I'm from Northern California, a place called Sunnyvale, which is now they call Silicon Valley. And my folks still have a house there. I moved here in '83. And I can't wait to get out. It's the desert. I'm tired of the desert. I'm tired of the heat. It's just, this is where everything is, and this is where we make our money. So I'm looking hopefully in the next 4 or 5 years to completely retire and move someplace a lot greener, next to an ocean or a river, and where it rains a little bit. Because you guys
had thoughts about like where you might end up?
We've talked about Denver. We talked about Reno. We've talked about Oregon, Washington.
Oregon, Washington, definitely good options. Yeah, for sure.
What'd you say? Florida. She says Florida, but
come on down.
Florida will never happen. I can't stand humidity.
There's plenty of that.
Yeah,
I can't handle the humidity during the summertime.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah,
it's year round. It's not just summer.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And mosquitoes and all that. Nah.
Well, we have the one season. But okay, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, which I think is so cool and I'm completely fascinated by, is disc golf. I remember like when I was in college, all of my friends would go play. They would try to get me to do it. I am terrible. So
I'm actually not terrible at it.
You're not.
Shockingly, I'm not that terrible.
What tips would you give to somebody like myself who is terrible that, wants to play disc golf? Like, how can I improve my game? What can I do?
Have fun, and get out there and throw. And, just throw more. I mean, no, you shouldn't even be trying to become a professional. Just go out there and have fun and don't worry about what your score is. Each time you play, you'll get better. Just throw more. I'm pretty good at the game. Usually I got a bad knee that acts up every now and then, stops me from playing. But I love the game. I've been playing about 10 or 12 years.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. When you Google celebrity disc golf players, you're the first person that comes up.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was going to ask about, if you played with anyone else. I think one of the guys from Friends plays. I don't, but I was like, oh, this is interesting. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off before.
No, that's fine. No, I love the game. It's a great stoner game.
Is it?
Oh, just about everybody that plays smokes. All courses are smoke friendly. People are smoking. It's just really cool. You get out there, usually walk over a mile. You're picking up, you're throwing, you're picking up, you're throwing, you're walking, you're smoking. What could you have? Come on, you couldn't ask for more than that.
So does the smoking help the game? Like, does that improve?
Smoking helps everything. There's nothing smoking does not help.
I got to tell you, I am a champion Dominos player when I'm smoking.
Really?
Oh man, it's one of the only games I can play when I'm really like baked out of my mind and be like, I'm so good at this.
We play a little Dominos around here a little bit.
Yeah. Are you good?
I'm pretty good.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys don't know about BSK, the group BSK?
Well, sure. But
what do you think that stands for? You know how Undertaker has BSK pride on his stomach?
Yeah.
We have there's the Clique. There's a group of us called BSK. Undertaker, Yokozuna, me, Rikishi, the Godwins, Adams, God rest his soul, who was crushed, Mr. Fuji, Paul Bearer. And we're called BSK for Bone Street Crew, which means
great. Okay, now this makes
Domino.
sense.
I get it.
Okay. I haven't smoked in a while, but I feel like I just now I'm like, okay, that's what Bone stands for.
Bone Street Crew. We're
Got
all
it.
really good domino players.
I wish, Steven.
Yeah, Steven is asking if Danica's in. Okay, now, got it. Before we move on, we have a couple more questions before before we get to our game. Steven also wanted to know, what did you and I'm not sure whether you said you're watching the current product, but he wanted to know how you felt about the Fiend making Orton puke black ooze like Papa Shango's curse.
I didn't see it live. I say, hey, I think it's great, man. I mean, it's cool stuff. I don't hold nothing like that against anybody. I think it's cool. I didn't actually seen it. I seen things on the internet on it, but I have no problem with it. It was cool stuff then. It's cool stuff now. You never know. You might see Papa Shango appear sooner or later. You never know.
Oh,
okay. Okay. ... We shall see. All right, Danica, you want to ask one more question? I'll ask one more. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So since we were on the topic of smoking before, I figured we should ask, what is the weirdest apparatus you have ever smoked out of?
Weird.
We saw like a train at one point.
We used to. The weird, I mean, everything's kind of weird. I mean, the weirdest lately, the weirdest today. Back in the day, we used to make bongs out of bamboo, and then we used to make them out of aluminum baseball bats, little small bats. And, yeah, because they're hollow inside, and then we drill holes on the bottom of them, put a steel stem, and then put a little water in it. I know, aluminum, right?
It sounds like a lot of effort.
Yeah.
It's no effort at all. It's easy. I have a lot of interesting things that people send me to smoke out of. I love the gravity bong, and I have a few things. I'm a big. I don't know if you guys know what dabbing is, but I'm a big dabber.
Yeah. Gosh, I haven't. Man, Danica and I in college, I remember we used to smoke out of apples because we thought that was like so unique. We were
there is a flavor. There is a very distinct flavor, I will say.
Apples, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool for college and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Like in college, but now like as an adult, I'm like, I want to train. Where did someone send you that one, or where did you find the train bong?
The gravity bong was Stunton Glass makes it, and it's sponsored by Be Real and Cypress Hill, and they sent it to me.
Oh, cool.
That is
a company. Jerome Baker made this one for me.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh.
There's a lot of ways. I mostly take dab hits.
Well, Jude wants to know what prop from the WWE would make a good Piper bong.
Any of my skulls. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those skulls, they were smoking skulls. Remember all the smoke that came out of the skulls?
Oh,
of course.
Oh, man. Gosh, telling people then.
Fair enough. Well, I guess our final question before our game. Outside of wrestling, what kind of fandoms would you say helped to shape you when you were growing up?
Oh, I wasn't a wrestling fan. When growing up, I watched roller derby. Roller derby in the Bay Area, most people don't even know about it, was bigger in wrestling. I was a basketball player in high school, didn't play football. Didn't play football till I went to college and got a full ride scholarship. First, I got a scholarship to play basketball. Then they gave me a full ride scholarship to University of Nevada, Reno to play football when I never played football in my life. I only played basketball. I've rodeoed, I've rode bulls, I've fought men, I drive pickup trucks, I shoot guns. Dude, my life is so interesting and weird, it's crazy. I've rode in an outlaw biker group just before we joined wrestling. I've been around some of the coolest people in the world. I should write a book, but I don't know if anybody would believe it.
What? I mean, you should.
I mean, first of all, who cares if they believe it? We're all going to read it.
Have you considered writing a book?
My problem is I don't want to get anybody in trouble, not to where people even think that the person that I'm talking about is that person. Mm-hmm. And my stories, unfortunately, usually involve women and smoking and drinking and really Godfather type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I respect that. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Back in the day, there wasn't no social media, no laptops, no ESPN. Nobody taking pictures of you. So back in the day, it was a little different.
Fair. Yeah.
So I mean, my stories, they tend to get people in trouble that are a different type of person now.
Understandable. Got it.
There's
okay.
a bunch of aliases. We'll never know who we're talking about.
Exactly. Have you tried RVD's rolling papers?
You know what? No, I haven't. And RVD lives here in Las Vegas. And I was on a signing in Indianapolis this past weekend, and somebody gave me some. So I don't roll a lot of joints, but I will. They're in my luggage. Still in my bag. I will roll up a big old fatty with his rolling paper.
You'll have to know. Let us know how it is.
I'm going to do it shortly.
Okay. Well, we have a game for you, and this is a game of Would You Rather. So basically, we're going to give you two options. There's no wrong answers here. If you want to elaborate why you pick something, that's great. If not, we'll move along to the next one. So, Danica, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
All right. I'll go first. Let's try.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather borrow boots from Henry O. Godwin or borrow a singlet from The Undertaker?
I would take the singlet from The Undertaker.
Okay.
Pigman might have all type of stuff in his boots, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to know. But yeah, I would go singlet also. Okay, here's the next one. Would you rather wear Zubas to every formal occasion or wear a snakeskin suit to every formal occasion?
I'd rather wear that snakeskin suit.
Yeah. Okay.
The real deal.
I believe it. I believe that.
Does it breathe well? I wonder.
Dude, I don't remember. We were having so many things made back then, and most of that stuff I gave away. I wish I had some of it, but I don't even remember.
I was gonna say because Zubas are very comfortable, but the snakeskin's pretty stylish.
I mean, come on, snakeskin though, the whole suit.
Yeah,
it's a lot of snake.
It is. It is. All right, next one, Danica.
All right. Would you rather have to drink an entire Slurpee in one sip or eat a habanero pepper whole?
Wow, I'm gonna have to go with the pepper. I can stand the heat. It's that brain freeze. I'll go with the heat.
All right. Yeah, that's very brave. I don't know if I could do that. All right. Okay, here's the next one. Would you rather spend a day smoking with Tommy Chong or have the opportunity to spend a night at a bar with Andre the Giant?
Well, I've spent a night at the bar with Andre the Giant. And I already told you I haven't smoked with Tommy Chong yet. So I would rather spend the day smoking with Tommy Chong. Actually, I'd like to spend the whole weekend smoking with him.
That's awesome. I know he has new products that just went out to Michigan. What's it, Danica? Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pre-rolled joint.
Oh, yeah, pre-rolled joints. All right. Next one, Danica.
All right. Would you rather be the first man to smoke on the moon or sample weed from every country?
Sample weed from every country.
I'd be very curious to see what it would be like in certain countries. Well, I know it's not necessarily legal everywhere yet, but someday, right?
I'd rather try to smoke from every country. Yeah, that's what I'd do.
All right. Okay, here's the next one. Would you rather travel cross country on bikes with Danny Trejo or travel cross country on bikes with Bruce Springsteen?
I think I'd go with Danny, man.
Yeah? Have you met Danny Trejo before?
No, but, I think he'd be closer to what I am. I think Bruce might be a little shy to do what I want to do. I think Daddy would be game.
Awesome. What's your favorite make and model of bike?
I've always had Harleys. I don't know if that's my favorite anymore, but I've always had Harleys. I've had every Harley in the world: FLHs, FXs, Softails, Dyno Wide Glides, Street Glides. I've had a lot of Harleys. I don't have any right now. No bikes. I just got to a point where people are just I get tired of dodging cars. So, especially everybody on their cell phones and stuff, I had to let them go.
Yeah, it is scary out there. I understand. Yeah, I just went on a bicycle for the first time. Batista took me on his bike a couple months ago. It was scary. I was terrified. I also wore the wrong pants. They were like spandex or whatever, and I kept feeling like I was going to slide off the bike, but I'll know better for next time. All right, next one, Danica.
All right. Would you rather have Raiders season tickets or hang out with the team and pick up the tab?
I would rather have Raiders season tickets.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a hefty tab.
Yeah, that's a big team. All right, we got two more. Two more. Okay. Would you rather have a cross-promotion exhibition with Mike Tyson or a 6-month program with The Fiend?
I'd rather go with The Fiend. I'd have a better chance.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
I could use my voodoo and stuff. Tyson, that's a tough son of a gun.
Yeah, he really is, isn't he? Okay.
I do like that this picture kind of makes it look like you're about to give him a hug, and he's like, "No, man."
No, dude.
Why so serious, Mike Tyson? I don't know. All right. And I think this is the last one. Go ahead, Danica.
All right. Would you rather have BSK branded domino sets available to market or have Vegas cocktails based off all your characters?
Oh, I like the Vegas cocktails.
What
characters?
What would your let's see. What would Godfather's cocktail be?
It would be the Hoalicious.
And when you order it, you have to be, I'll have the God, I've been like wanting to say that for weeks. Oh, so exciting. Well, that was our game, and you have been fabulous, and we appreciate your time so much. Before we do let you go to enjoy the RVD rolling papers, is there any final thoughts that you want to leave us with here?
Just, shout out to everybody that know that I was blessed to come up during the Attitude Era and to be part of that. And I'm just happy that people enjoyed my characters, from Papa Shango to the Nation, to Kama, to, of course, the Godfather. Let everybody know that I appreciate it. And in California, very shortly, in a couple of weeks, I've got my own strain coming out with Insane, which is Dr. Green Thumbs, which is Be Real. There's 8 dispensaries in California. But I have my own Insane Godfather coming out. And I also have my own CBD line, very similar to Rob's, coming out with my own papers and everything.
Oh my God! Congratulations!
Yeah. So,
what can you tell us about your strain?
It's a hybrid. It's a premium strain. Very colorful, very fruity, very strong. Very strong. It's the type that rolls on you, that just, keeps you high. And I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to roll some up here with some RVD papers in just a second.
Oh my God, that is so cool. That is incredible. Yeah. Well, before we let you go, we're going to go over our upcoming guests that we have for the rest of the month, and I guess starting next month. So next week we have Lonnie Eagleton from Black Veil Brides, which I can never say, and Matt Riley, the bassist for Avril Lavigne. Next Thursday, we're welcoming back Robert Duncan, who is the former editor-in-chief from Cream Magazine. The following Thursday, we have Ace Van Johnson from LA Guns and Faster Pussycat. And then again, the week after, we have Jonah Ray from Mystery Science Theater 3000. Thank you so much again. We really appreciate it. We can't wait 10 more days until your Broken Skull sessions.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Well, we don't have to wait much longer, thankfully. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And we will see you guys next week. Be safe, everybody. Bye.